What's going on, guys? I'm Steve. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. If it's your first time stopping by the channel, hit that subscribe button. Trust me, you won't regret it. You're a returning subscriber as always, guys. Welcome back, and I do appreciate the support. Guys, we got another missing young lady. This one here is in Philadelphia. Now, I seen this story about 3 days ago when I was waiting to see if more information came out or anything turned up positive. So far, it hasn't. The story I'm talking about is about this young lady right here, man. You gotta pray that she's okay when you do these type of stories. Her name is Kada Scott, 23 years old, from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. She's been missing almost a week, guys. A week. She was last seen at her job where she reported to work, left early, got into an unknown vehicle, never returned. Now, they said this young lady is big on social media, where she was harassed, and they're combing through all these different sources that they have. Today they had a news conference. The police had a news conference. Now they're looking at this as a crime of foul play. They're searching a 55-acre place out there in Philly, about 3 miles from her job, where she worked at a assisted living facility. And hopefully something to turn up. But I mean, they said she was heavy on social media. She was getting harassed online, stuff like that. This go to show you, man, you know, you got to be careful. People want your life sometimes, or some people just want to get a notch on their belt by doing something to somebody that they think is famous, whether it's on the internet, TV, or whatever. Here's a 23-year-old woman, man, beautiful young lady. Parents on TV talking about her. I mean, my heart goes out to everybody that cares about this girl. You know, you at work one minute, then next you're gone. And it's just a whole big mess. Stuff like this, you could just pray for the best, you know, but be prepared for the worst. They're looking for this girl. She's been missing for a week. And I'm more than sure they have somebody in mind that they think, or they have yet to question. But either way, man, I mean, I hope some good does come out of this. Take a look at this. This is what they have so far. This is the latest all the way up until the moment of me making this video. Check it out.
There are new details tonight in the disappearance of a 23-year-old woman from Philadelphia who has not been seen since Saturday. CBS Philadelphia's Ray Strickland spoke with the family of Kada Scott and police about the latest on their search for her whereabouts.
That's what I fear, that she's not safe, and that's the problem.
Kevin Scott and Kim Matthews want you to take a good look at this photo. It's of their 23-year-old daughter, Kada Scott, who hasn't been seen by family since October 4th.
Last few days been crazy, head spinning, trying to figure out what's going on.
Scott's family reported her missing the day after she didn't return home from an overnight shift at an assisted living facility in Chestnut Hill. Philadelphia police say Scott's co-workers told them that she did show up to work that night, but left before her shift ended. Captain John Craig says what makes that concerning is that Scott didn't leave in her car and that her phone is now currently off.
You have a 23-year-old young lady who has completely disappeared. We have no cell phone activity or social media activity, and she's not reached out to family or friends.
Police have since recovered the car Scott used to drive to work, hoping to collect evidence that can connect them to her whereabouts. Detectives also are investigating a possible lead about Scott being harassed before she went missing.
Harassed, threatened, so we're a little concerned because she didn't tell us, of course, but other her friends, and you know, she did mention it to them, but didn't give any names, names or anything like that. So we're trying to piece everything together to find out exactly who these people are.
The family is now praying for Scott's safe return, putting up these missing persons flyers in hopes someone can help police in the investigation.
Thinking positive, she's okay, wherever she's at, and we're gonna find her. That's what I'm thinking right now, thinking positive.
And Scott's family also says it's completely unlike her to go this long without speaking to family or friends, which is why they're urging people to reach out to police. So if you know anything, you can submit a tip to the detectives on this case by calling 215-686-TIPS. Again, that number, 215-686-TIPS. At police headquarters, Ray Strickland, CBS News, Philadelphia.
Breaking right now at noon on CBS News Philadelphia. New evidence in the search for a missing woman in Philadelphia leads police to Aubrey Arboretum. Right now, they're combing through the area for any signs of 23-year-old Kada Scott. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Jim Donovan. Police have been very concerned about this missing 23-year-old woman. She was being harassed online ahead of her disappearance. She was last seen leaving work Saturday at an assisted living facility called The Terrace at Chestnut Hill. Right now, police are about 3 miles away at Aubrey Arboretum in East Germantown. CBS News Philadelphia investigative reporter Joe Holden is live at the scene. So, Joe, I know you've been talking to your sources all morning long. What have you learned?
Well, Jim, you know what? Troubling to say that police are now very much considering the aspect of foul play as their investigation is now center stage in Aubrey Arboretum, which is behind me. Let's focus on Ardley Street first. It is shut down at Washington Lane, where there is a massive law enforcement presence. In fact, you see buses and vans behind me. That signals all of the Philadelphia police recruits who have showed up to this area to do what is known as a grid search. If we go further down the intersection here, Nate is my photographer, and you see officers and recruits coming out from the tape line there. They have concluded their grid search in this part. They are looking for what a deputy commissioner described as any evidence that can assist them in this investigation for that 23-year-old missing woman, Kada Scott. Now, this is a 55-acre property, so there is a lot of work to do. Police would not tell me if they've interviewed any persons of interest in Kada's disappearance. Now, we see Kada on your screen there. She was last seen a week ago tomorrow night, shortly after arriving for her shift at an assisted living facility in Chestnut Hill. She was at work for a brief period of time, and that's it. That's the last trace of her, according to police. Her workplace 3 miles from where this search is underway right now. Police wouldn't say how long their investigation may take here. They did locate some clothes, but police have not made any definitive conclusions if they're connected to the investigation. Earlier this week, police said Kada Scott had been harassed by someone. I asked police if they've been able to identify who that person may be. A deputy commissioner said he wouldn't comment on any possible interviews the department has conducted. Let's go and hear now from Deputy Commissioner Frank Venor.
23-year-old who, is a social media person, as we hear. She disappeared off social media, so it's concerning. Any young people today, they can't live without having a phone in their hand. So that's a concern. You left her car behind. It's certainly something that's not usual of somebody who's missing voluntarily.
Just moments ago, those recruits from the Philadelphia Police Department came right up to this fence line. It is unclear if they can technically say the area is cleared. We're going to have to check in with our sources. I also spoke to Kada's mom just yesterday. She was providing me information on numerous searches and tips that police had been sharing with her. I reached out a short time ago, and I'm waiting to hear back on what information she may have. Of course, a very, very difficult situation for the family as well as for the neighbors. They are very concerned, and they're very much aware of this investigation. They've watched the news. They are alert and aware that this investigation and search for this missing woman is playing out, and it has now come literally to their doorsteps. So we'll continue to check with our sources, and we'll monitor this breaking story all day long. For now, live in East Germantown, this is Joe Holden, CBS News, Philadelphia. Jim?
Thank you, Joe. We know you'll stay on top of the story. Appreciate it.